It's going to be great, everybody.
Somebody's got to be the guinea pig.
It's be like Forest 29 Berta all over again.
Yep.
I see the live stream. It's there.
There we go.
Y'all are on camera.
Okay. Might should put them on it. And recording.
Welcome to the Boss Hog of Liberty podcast. This is episode number 433 of the Central's favorite podcast. Jeremiah Morrill, joined by executive video producer, audio engineer, who's been working triple time today, Mr. Zach Burcham.
Oh, I need to get a race for all this.
We're starting the candidate series with some new equipment, and we are simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and we are all very excited and very nervous about it. So, it's going to be great. Co-host today, Mr. Forrest Plank.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, we're in candidate mode, so we're on our best behavior today.
Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Bones, same to you.
Good evening.
Yes. Oh, wow, that sounded like PBS. He's like in the presidential debate commission now. Today's episode, our plan, we've got two candidates running for county clerk, Zapfe and Rachel Parham. Excited to have both of them. We're going to be learning all about them, their bio, their motivations, about what the heck a county clerk does. And then, when we run out of steam with that after 2 or 3 hours, we'll get into some local news and talk about the motorsports and the weather and whatever else is going on.
I saw that face.
Calm down, guys. When we talked to the treasurers, I think it lasted 7 minutes. Then we had to figure it out after that. So it's going to be okay. Or treasurer, recorder, I don't know, something like that. We're going to have some fun with it today, though. Don't stress. It's fine. Shows about our lives in rural Indiana. We're here to push your boundaries and make you think as individuals. Sometimes we'll provoke you. Other times we'll make you laugh. But hopefully you'll always learn something new. We just did ourselves a 15-minute Patreon, Mr. Bones. What happened over there?
We were on our best behavior.
That was your best.
As always.
Okay. All right.
Forrest may have tried an RV,
Potentially.
and Zach may have got a new board to play with.
It's gone well, and now he's being rewarded with his pay. He's got
Yes.
gummy worms over there, and he's taking them 2 at a time.
Having a great time. The last 10 minutes have been mildly stressful, so.
You're fine. It's all
Yeah.
good. We're on the air.
We're on time.
We
We're
started
on-
and stopped
we're-
once.
We're actually on time.
Yeah, we had a little false start, but it's all good. Got to say thanks to the folks that get us on the air each and every week. Who are they, Mr. Bones?
Those people would be Jonathan Phillips over at Ed Martin Honda in Indianapolis. We have Blake Reese over at Varsity Outfitters. We got Mr. Tommy Oakes over at Walnut Ridge RV. We got Moral Monument Cleaning. And last but not least, Pops Recycle.
All right, and the candidate series is sponsored by 3 incredible groups that help us make this happen. They are the reason why we can do the capital improvements to actually sound good. I know you guys have been dedicated to this for a long time, and we always say, hey, it sounds like crap, we know on the live stream. It doesn't anymore. It sounds really good, and hopefully it's going to hang in there the entire time we're here. But this is the first big live event we've done with it, so if it fails, we really, really tried. We're simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube now, so you can go back and catch the live video on YouTube. So if you want to, Rachel, if you want to go back and check your work later tonight and cast it on your 75-inch screen at home, you can do it in 4K, maybe 720p. I don't know, whatever you've got.
Especially since the candidate's on the side and you can check out your side profile.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine. When you guys win, you'll be on, live stream at the courthouse anyway. That's how it works. When you have official meetings, it's just the start of it. So the sponsors that made this happen, and truly a big thank you to them. Wyland's Flowers. They are the florists that did my wedding, that did co-host Dakota's wedding. Every major event, anytime I've made a huge mistake at home and I've got to apologize, Wyland's Flowers gets involved. So thanks to them. Ink and Ale right here in downtown Newcastle in the old Courier Times building. Fantastic place to go get some good dinner, live entertainment. My wife swears that they've got the best fish and chips in town. So if you want that, check it out. And then Muncie Farm and Fleet Repair. So when you buy that big rig of some sort for us, you need to get it fixed up. You get your leaf springs replaced up in Muncie at Muncie Fleet Repair.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
That's the business out of the way. We say thanks to those guys. Let's get to know our candidates a little bit. They've been nervously waiting on us this whole time. BJ, tell us about yourself. What's your bio? What do we need to know?
Well, my name's BJ Zapfe. I'm born and raised here in Henry County. Graduated from Tri-High in 2001. I have a 13-year-old son, or I'm sorry, it's getting ready to be a 16-year-old son. It's getting ready to get his license next month. And I currently serve on the Middletown Police Department. I've been out there for 3 years. I was full-time. Decided that wasn't what I wanted, so I went back to being a reserve, and now I'm a school resource officer in Indianapolis.
All right. Very good. And Rachel, tell us about yourself.
Born and raised in Henry County. Lived in the village of Ogden my entire life.
Nobody knows where Ogden is. That's between Knightstown and Dunreath, but not on the paved
It's
road.
actually between Knightstown, or not Knightstown, but Raysville and Dunreath
Yeah.
on Old 40.
Yeah, represent Raysville.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
I grew up on Old Fort.
Man.
Right.
I guess we're putting Messick back on the map with this stuff. All right. That's where I'm from.
I too graduated from Tri-High. I graduated in '96. So BJ and I know each other.
Yep.
I have two boys, 16 and 19. 16-year-old's getting his license soon. He probably shouldn't yet.
You had a big conversation with the car insurance agent yet?
Not yet, not yet. Yeah, I've been pushing it off. He turned 16 last July, so we just been pushing it off.
Very good. So tell me about your education and your work experience, guys. What's the background there, or for you, I guess?
Probably just like BJ, we both worked at Metaldyne. When it closed, I'm sure you took advantage of the free schooling that we had. So went to school, got a degree in office administration. I've been at the clerk's office for 10 years. Started off front window, taking payments, things like that. Then I moved to the new filings clerk. And then when the Circuit 2 clerk retired, I wasn't busy enough, so I said I can do the new filings and the Circuit 2, so we combined that job and didn't replace someone, so we saved county a little money there. And then I'm nervous.
No, don't be nervous. You're doing fine.
And then Jenny selected me to be her chief deputy.
All right. So how long have you been chief deputy?
She had one before me, but she decided to stay home with her kids. So it was probably during COVID, so 6 years.
All right. So tell me about the motivation. I said clerk treasurer in the notes. That's just a copy paste error from when we stole the notes from the city race last year. Your motivation for running for county clerk?
It's always been my plan. I love working in the clerk's office. There's never a day that I've been like, I don't want to go to work because I hate my job. There's days you don't want to go to work because it's nice out, but never because I hate my job. I love it there. I love the work we do. I get really excited, especially when we get like requests for old things, like probate deeds from like the 1800s. But I just love it. I love that office. There's a variety of things to do.
All right. And BJ, for you?
Same as Rachel, I went to college when Meadowland shut down, and I started in accounting. Then I switched majors to business administration. Like I said, I've also got I'm a licensed medical assistant. I'm a licensed phlebotomist. So I was in healthcare prior to going to the police department. And then, like I said, now I'm working with as an SRO in the school. My motive for running for clerk is that I've applied for positions at the court prior, and never heard either tail whether I got the job. No, you're not selected. No, you're not. And
So you've been interested in the office.
Yep. And I have been contemplating running. Well, when I found out Jenny Groves was retiring, that's when I decided to run.
Okay. So what made you take the interest in that particular office?
Because I have a lot of experience in law enforcement. I got a good rapport with the judges and the prosecutor's office. I know the women that work in the prosecutor's office really well. And I love criminal justice. I mean, and I feel like that's probably one of the closest offices that's going to work with the court system.
All right. That's perfectly into what I wanted to know about was the impact that the county clerk has on the courts. Because to me, my interaction with the clerk's office pretty much is when I got married, I got a marriage certificate, right? Like that's about the only time I've been involved. I've mostly stayed on the side of not involving myself with the courts to this point. Knock on wood.
There's still time.
Hey, man, we're on the show. We could we could find ourselves in a lawsuit at any time for something silly. And then I have to deal with the clerk's office. So tell me about the court side.
The court side is, from everything that I've learned, the clerk's office is like the backbone for the courts. They handle all the case filings, the judgments, they collect the fines, the restitution fees, and then if someone's also able to get their bail back, that goes through the court system or the clerk's office as well. They do the scheduling for the courts. They send out subpoenas to let people know that they need to appear in court. They file everything into the Odyssey system, which makes it available for the community and the lawyers and the judges.
Okay.
So the Odyssey system, is that what feeds everything into like my case when you look that up?
I mean, I assume that's,
Yeah, that's our case management system, is Odyssey, and that puts it into my case. The clerk's office doesn't schedule the court dates though.
they don't?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know everything that they do,
Sure.
so I mean,
unless you work in the office, I think it probably is of somewhat low
Yeah,
information.
I mean, people get so aggravated with us, they're like, on a court date, that's not our job.
Sure.
Yeah.
The individual
The
courts
handle
schedule
their
that.
own. Yeah. Unless it's like a small claim, then our small claims clerk does have a list of dates that she can use, that she has received from the court. So she can pick her date and go on for small claims and evictions.
All right. How about Rachel, tell me about the marriage licenses, child support, some of the other administrative stuff that folks might find and interact with.
Marriage license, we have a public term, well, it's kind of on the fritz right now. So now we're back to hand filling out paperwork and then the clerk's not inputting it, but
So I don't have to take a day off work to get married? Because it was, you have like a 90-day window was the experience I had. And then my wife and I both had to show up in the county we were getting, either the county we got married in or one of the counties we lived in.
you have to.
And I found it was like, oh my God, we need to do
County
something
that you
before we
live
get
in,
married.
at least one of you has to live in the county, and you both have to be present to sign the documents. Like, you can go online and fill it all out, and then you just both have to be present.
Well, it's probably a good thing you both have to be there.
Right, yeah. Oh, we got married.
I'm saying on behalf of.
Yeah. I have a power of attorney, so we're gonna just do
That
this.
doesn't work. That does not work.
how was your day? Oh, good.
The
We're
power of
married now, by the way.
attorney, I do know a power of attorney cannot represent someone in the court. I do know that. I've learned that, because, they're not attorneys.
All right.
So yeah, there's marriage license, child support, we only take cash payments or money orders in our office because that's the way the state has it set up. You can pay online.
Can I use a traveler's check?
I don't think
They take it right out of my paycheck.
Are those still a thing?
I don't know. Well, money orders, that's why I was like, well, traveler's check,
so.
what, the legislature really has set this up for success.
Yeah, income withholding is the preferred way.
Otherwise, I forget. Let's just be real honest.
How many counties are drafting off of you right now, Mr. Bones?
Just two.
Just the two.
Just Rush and Hendricks?
No, Rush and Orange.
Orange, is that gambling debts?
No, that's where the daughter lives.
So many secrets.
I'm like the clerk's office. I'm like an onion. We got layers.
The child support system itself, like, it's ISEPs, where the payments are, that flow through for the state. You have to almost give a blood sample to even have access to it, like, because it's federally funded. So you have to get a background check, you gotta get your fingerprints done, and then we gotta check it before you can even get access to it. And then people want stuff from that system, and there's only certain things we can give, and it has to be a party to the case, what we can give them.
Interesting. So how much of the, I guess, what I'm wanting to hear from this is how complicated is the office? How many, there's a clerk and then staff.
There's
Clerk.
12.
There's 12 people doing this.
13 including the clerk. So we have our front window girl. She's the face that you typically see. And then we have, well, two. We have one that kind of floats back and forth between her job, which she does probate, protective orders, and traffic tickets, but she helps out the front window as well. And then we have the front window girl who takes payments and processes garnishment checks and, we'll get the filings, pro se filings, and hand them to the clerk. We have a clerk that does returns, sheriff returns, and receiving supplementals. That's when you're getting garnished for your judgments. And then we have Circuit 1 clerk, Circuit 2 clerk. We have a small claims clerk for Circuit 3, and then a criminal clerk for Circuit 3. And then we have what we call a 4D clerk, which is strictly child support. She's upstairs, and then we have our bookkeeper, and then the chief deputy, and the clerk. And then we have voter registration. There's a chief deputy for voter registration, which is Ashley, and her deputy, which is Leslie. And they are working their butts off.
Yeah, and I had a whole segment for elections because I think that's fascinating and I think it has a lot of visibility right now for folks.
So from a leadership standpoint, do all those positions report to the clerk?
Yes.
So the
Everything
clerks
you
for the
listed off.
courts they're not hired by the judges, they're hired by the clerk?
Correct.
Interesting.
Yes.
Is that a county by county decision or is that like the judges, it's statutory?
I think it's statutory. The clerk's office is its own office. They're an officer of the court. But, there's no judicial power for the court,
Got it.
or for the clerk.
Okay. And then I wanted to hear from you guys on the election side as well. You brought us there, Rachel, but as I understand it, your county clerk is the secretary of the election board.
Yes.
For the county, and then you run the voter registration office, and you're responsible for, I guess, all of the candidate filings that come in for the county parties, the candidates, anybody that's raising money and spending money, that all flows through that office as well.
Yeah, through the voter registration office, you have to adopt your forms. Yeah.
Do you guys understand them? You're candidates now. How's that been?
I'm reading it. I'm like, what? No, I don't.
You're seeing
They
it.
go outside
I
and
know.
turn
You're
it
gonna
in.
have papers turned in by certain dates.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they give you a big old packet.
Hoping that you captured every penny that you spent.
Yeah.
Which account it came out of.
Yeah.
All kinds of laws and rules to make sure. Do you guys get to pay for us on the signs? Former producer Chris Staten Guffey, he was a stickler on that because he found out it was against the law.
Yeah,
And
I
he
had
wouldn't
to
have
go
it. He would
out.
give him a hard time.
Because I've always worked the elections as like a runner. If something's wrong at one of the polling sites, I took care of the southern part of the county. Then I had to go and check it. Well, I had to go one year to check a sign out on 325 West and 40 to make sure it said that at the bottom.
Was there a complaint?
Yeah, someone called in.
Somebody called it in?
Someone had called in, and I had to go check it, and it was fine. You just couldn't see it because it was down in the grass, but it was there.
I think it's interesting to see over time the number of signs that go out that the disclaimer was an afterthought. And it's a secondary printed label that they've stuck on each of their signs.
Yeah.
They had to go track down every sign they had out, put that paid for on there.
So BJ, tell me about your view of the office and the elections board, and I guess have you looked into this side, or is it mostly the court end that's your motivator?
No,
But
I've looked into the election side, and from my understanding, they pretty much oversee the elections and make sure that they are done by state law. And
Yeah, the state,
yeah, I mean, just basically make sure that everything is properly ran. And then, as you said, I obviously had to go and fill out the paperwork, so it was, it's probably a pretty busy office about the election time, so.
they don't take lunches. And then there's a lot of late nights for those girls.
They're quick, I will give them that, because I mean, I was in and out in no time. But
so tell me, do you guys have any changes or things you'd like to do on that side as far as like polling place locations, election machines? I think every 10 years or so, it looks like you kind of go through a refresh cycle on getting new election equipment and doing a refresh, updates on those. Anything like that, or the early voting times, locations, any of that stuff that you guys made a campaign pitch about or thought about, or anything that you want to change or?
We have a new polling site this year, Victory Church, which is the Old Marsh building.
Okay,
REMC didn't want to do it this year. It used to be IUTech, then we went to REMC this year.
this is for the early voting,
not
or this
for
is for regular voting?
Well, hold on.
You brought note
I
cards.
brought note cards, and you can take one, pass it around. I think Victory is an early voting center. I can't read it because I have my glasses on.
Uh-oh, she's over 40, everybody.
I know. Yeah, Victory.
Happened to me.
are those
Yeah.
bifocals?
No, they're just cheaters. They're just from well, it used to be the dollar store. But,
I have bifocals, so I ain't
I
making
know.
fun of you.
So yeah, at the Masonic Building in Victory Church is the early voting.
All right, so that you can go to the Old Marsh, and instead of buying a
You
Port
can.
Tenderloin, you can go vote.
You can, yeah.
All right, very good.
And then election day, there's the 12 voting centers. But as far as the equipment, I know I don't do a whole lot with that, and I'm more on the court side because like Ashley's the chief deputy over there, and there's only her and Leslie over there. I know they have to go up and do stuff every year before and after the elections, and you know, they have their checks and balances and dual control and things like that.
Does the clerk's office have any control over the questions that are prompted on the ballot when the voter goes in? Such as, you wish to vote Republican, Democrat?
No, I don't believe, no, I think that is just the way that is made.
So
And
the secondary
if you
question that
hit-
pops up, you did not make a choice.
Yes, no, that's the way that is set up.
That's just the software, and you can't
Yeah.
adjust that.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Guess the only thing we need to do is just get rid of the strict ticket, which is a state legislation.
I think we're in the wrong state for that, Zach.
Currently, yeah.
That's been a running commentary around here for years. What about the vote sites? Like, I guess maybe you said that there's 12 election day vote centers now, and you can go to any one of them. And that's a change because maybe a decade ago, you had like 41 different polling places in the county.
Yeah, I said that in Denver.
And you would go to the place that's closest to where you live. Is that harder or easier for the clerk's office to manage and to deal with, or is that you can show up anywhere, so there's no confusion as to, oh, well, you live in Henry County, so you can vote here, but maybe you go a little further from home to vote.
I would think, and I'm talking just for what I would think for Ashley and them, because like I said, I don't work that end of the office. Probably just getting the equipment to the polling places is probably the biggest challenge. And then if someone has a problem, like at the end of the night, you're sitting and you're waiting on them to come in with their ballots.
Got it.
So, I mean, they get there at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're there and way after even everything's in to get everything put in and then printed out, and, you know, so Charles can come and get it.
Is there a security risk in getting the equipment out to the voting site or getting it back to the courthouse?
I mean, I'm sure there's a risk with everything, but I mean, everything's locked. They all have locks on them. The machines do, and they're not to be cut until they're opened up that day.
So do either of you consider there to be any like risk of election interference? You've heard that federally, right? There's this SAVE Act that's potentially going through Congress this next week, dealing with the way people would register to vote, having to show citizenship. Indiana, you have, I think they already have voter ID laws. Do you view any threat or concern from the clerk's office and the security of the elections the way we administer them now?
I personally don't have any concerns with that. I mean, the voter ID is probably one of the big things. I mean, we do have that in place, but I mean, as far as the machines, I couldn't see any concern. Only
I
concern.
mean, like I said, there's checks and balances, there's dual control, you know, your bipartisan.
Do you struggle to find enough Democrats to work the polls?
I think
Because Zach needs to take a day off work one of these times.
I get the day off work. I honestly,
Anyone in general, because most of the poll workers are somewhat older and, you know. And
You lose them every year, don't you?
yes, and we need some younger, you know. I mean, high school kids, they can get a hall pass to come and work the polls. I think they have to be 16.
To be the judge?
No, they can be a judge, I think that's what it is,
Okay.
but not the inspector.
All right.
They don't get the key. They're not the head honcho.
That makes sense. So Zach, what do we have to do to put you in this job today?
I'll be honest, I have looked into it in the past, and the thing that got me is I think the last time I looked at it, and it was mentioned, it was just, you're either it for the day or not. And I do get the day off work. I'm not quite up to spending my entire day off work, which is it's a Tuesday, so it's not like, oh, it's a Friday. It's locked up in a room. If I could do like a half day or something like that, I probably would. But you need more.
You got a twin.
They rotate jobs though. You could be
Yeah.
passing out
I mean, like-
stickers.
You would have a great voice to go out and shout the hear ye, hear ye.
Oh,
Polls are now open.
I mean, like, but here's the thing though, is when I get older and I don't have two kids at home and wouldn't enjoy picking them up from school that day, and like, my kids would literally get up, leave, and then it would be like, they'd be done eating dinner before they actually got to see me for the day. So yeah, that's why when it's older
No,
people.
that's not true.
Six
You
to
can just
six.
get them the day off the work. Take them out, take them with you.
No.
Just take them with you. You can be the chief inspector and then each kid, one's the Democrat judge, one's the Republican judge, and they'll sit there and do their homework.
That would be my one and done time in eternity there. Like, Zach's never allowed to come back because he disrupted that polling site to the point that had to be shut down.
That polling location will have the lowest voter turnout in the county.
Or my youngest son, who's park poll leader, would bully people into voting the way he thought they would vote. And it might be just based on the color of their signs.
What is the busiest polling place? Do you guys know? Who's the highest traffic? Who's the lowest traffic?
The Arts Park is
That-
the highest.
That's where I
That's the
vote.
big one?
American Legion's pretty big too.
Where is lowest? I'm not sure, but I know.
Or
the
Who
Arts
can we
Park-
get rid of?
I chose to campaign.
I think the Arts Park is probably the biggest just because people can walk from downtown who don't drive, you know.
And then you can vote and go walk over and get breakfast, lunch. There's like stuff to do around there. So I think people like hang around down there. Libraries right there. That's where I always vote, and it's just, and they're efficient. You're in and out. Like, I waited in line a time or two, but even when I was outside the building waiting in line, it's like 15 minutes and you're in and out.
If those in the live audience do want to pitch in and participate, you are welcome to drop a question in, and if producer Zach thinks it's appropriate for the air, he's got some buttons he can press over there to participate.
We'll try.
We're going to try this tonight.
And if there's a negative sound, that may
Because-
reflect the quality of the
Because
question.
everybody's been on their best behavior so far. All right, so you guys feel good about elections. Do you have any comments or thoughts on transparency in Henry County government? I know a lot of stuff's been done to get meetings live streamed and, website updates, making things available, information about the office. Anything that you want to do to change or affect the office going into your term, first term as county clerk?
I would like to get as many records digitized as possible, so that we don't have to go to the basement, when we get those requests. We do a really good job when someone emails in and asks for a request. We have an email that goes to 4 different people in the office, so we know someone's working it. And sometimes we'll have to, we have to respond and say, well, we gotta go to the basement, we have to go find this file. But if it was all digitized somewhere, I really wanna work on that. And that's somewhat, and as far as transparency, I mean, if you come to the clerk's office for something, we're gonna give it to you, as long as it's public information.
At $1.50 a page or whatever it is.
If we email it to you, it's free. It's $1 per page. $1 per page.
For
An
now.
extra $3 if you want it certified.
So what has kept the county from digitizing the records? Is it a time thing? Is it resources?
So for our office, so when you look at my case and there's entries for each thing, we would like for our documents to be for each entry. And we've talked to some companies, but they just want to scan like all 200 pages of that case into one lump sum. And then you're digging and you're not finding, it's going to take you time, which we can do. But we would like to have it somewhat more separated, like onto the case. So, we know, hey, we can search this date because that's when this happened, and there's the document you need.
You guys want to do like digitize it and file it in a way that's
Yes,
searchable
yes,
and work.
but then with our case management system, they don't want us to put all that on there because then it's bogging up their server. And
Any thoughts for you on office improvements? I know you don't have the advantage of working inside the office now, right? So that's.
I mean, I do know one thing that I would do. I would definitely update because I hear a lot of people complaining about this. I would update the clerk's website, and I would have some kind of, like, people get a ticket. They don't know how much they. So, I mean, I would.
I think we've talked to IT just within the last couple of weeks about that, or last month.
Try to get something to where, like, if you're got a ticket for 1 to 5 over, your ticket's gonna be, be more transparent, and like, that way people can look and see what they're gonna owe before they come up.
If somebody's getting a ticket for 4 over, I swear to God,
Well,
I'm gonna lose my mind if
Here's
that
the
happens
thing
to
with
me.
tickets, they get the ticket and they're calling our office that day. It takes 2 weeks before we get that information. The officers have to turn it into the prosecutor has to file it. And it takes like 2 weeks.
Forrest, when you get your tickets, you just want to get it over with as quick as you can, don't you?
Forrest doesn't get the tickets, remember, his driver does.
I prefer to go the infraction diversion route. There are no tickets.
And if it's not on the website, it might be that the prosecutor's office was going to talk about putting it on the tickets. I think that's what it is.
I
Because
think at one time.
there's
they
kind of
did.
like a standard verbiage, I think, for the whole state about, people think they have to come to traffic court here. We don't have traffic court. Unless you contest it,
You got big boy court.
then you go
You
to.
get to see Judge McCord, right?
Okay. Well, if you contest your ticket, you
He's
will
sat in the
have
same hot
traffic
seat
court.
too, guys. Don't be
Yeah,
nervous.
no, if you contest your ticket, they will set a hearing date, the court will set a hearing date for you, you will go to court. But the way the tickets read now, it sounds like you have to come to court at 3 o'clock, and you got people coming in, and they're like, I'm here for court, like. In our county, that's just a pay by date at 3 o'clock.
And I want to say at one point, like, because I'm not gonna lie, I've had a ticket before, but I think back it's been several years ago that, on the back of the ticket, it actually said like 1 to 5, and I had an amount, and, so
Were those
forth on it.
handwritten tickets, like the old school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I've
I
had
mean.
some too.
So, I mean, I
Might have all been warnings because I'm a salesman.
I would definitely like to update the system to where that, it shows like, for what fines are, that way people ain't calling and raising Cain or come and they don't have the right amount of money, or, just be more informative on that.
If it's a preset amount, you'd think that as it's printed out, that it would print out what the fee schedule is for that fine.
I printed a lot of those tickets, and now.
They could just
Yeah,
put
so that
fill in your
must
credit
be
card information
something-
here and you Venmo the officer
I'll
right
just
now.
write
Well,
Let's
law
go.
enforcement or prosecutors, like, yeah, that wouldn't
I
be,
mean, honestly, my
And
first thought was,
actually, on the tickets now, it gives you a website, you can go online and pay them.
I was
you
gonna
don't
say,
even
at this point, you should have a website or a QR code, just scan it with your phone and just pay it that
Go
way.
straight to their cash app.
Yeah,
And you wouldn't look at the amount of people that you try to tell that to, and they're so angry that they're getting a ticket that they're not even listening to you, and then, like she said, they show up and they gotta be in court.
I
yeah.
am imagining the hilarity of getting a ticket with like a Venmo code and it's got your officer's face in the middle of the code, like sometimes like a little logo, it's like, time to pay me. And it's like,
That's only for the state police.
but yeah, you think with the printers and stuff that, yeah, they could put, yeah, like, or a QR code would be great because the QR code, you don't have to type anything in. There's no like typo. You could just scan it and then just pay it and be done. Yeah, that would be annoying if you didn't know how much it was going to be because a lot of people don't get tickets all that often, so you have no idea because you could be like, oh, this could be $60 or it could be $260. You don't have any idea if you're not involved in that system very often.
Seatbelt or a cell phone ticket's like $20, right?
Seatbelt 25. That's the cheapest.
That
ticket you
cell
can get.
phone-
Cell phone's more than that.
Cell phone's
That's
like,
distracted driving, so yeah, it's definitely.
It's like 100 and something.
Oh man, we could solve all of our revenue problems just by ticketing that, just from the observations I have when I'm out and around.
I'm just waiting for Forrest to say something. He's choosing life.
I'm being good.
That was just for him, but he's just sitting
I
there.
think there may be an
saying-
officer in town that writes their share
He's just sitting here going, my wife.
of cell phone tickets.
You get a cell phone ticket driving your golf cart? Is that possible?
There has to be, yeah. You can get a DUI on a lawnmower.
Once
Yeah,
again,
you can.
he doesn't drive.
You can actually technically get pulled over for not having both hands on a bicycle.
Really? Are you serious? Because I used to roll through Baker Park as a kid with no hands on the handlebars.
Those unicyclists are screwed.
Yes, we haven't even operated a unicycle.
I mean,
Just pure criminals, pure criminals. All right. Last question I have for you guys before we turn it over to Mr. Bones and his curated segment. What can your office do to improve involvement from citizens in the civic process? What can you do to get people involved, to make government more visible, or for them to have an awareness for each other? I know,
I
these are
guess,
tough
like,
questions, but you're asking for a big
This one is
job.
tough because like, as far as like the court side,
yeah, it'd be
I,
kinda hard to
that,
get people
because,
involved.
you know, yeah. But voter registration, of course, like, they need poll workers. You know. And if you've never worked an election, it's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't work at the polls, but just working the election itself, it's a pretty cool process, just to see everything that goes into it, like, even that day. You know, you got your absentee ballot counters coming in, being through the machine, because everyone's doing early voting.
I mean, if you've got 12 vote sites and 3 people per site, plus some folks back at the home office, you've got 40, 50 people working to administer the election in the county on that day, right?
Yeah.
And you've got 12 people to work in the office, 12 or 13. So you're definitely required. They're not volunteers. It is a compensated position, right? They get like $32 a ham sandwich.
They get to bring their own ham sandwich.
What?
Ham,
You don't
ham's
even,
close to enough.
you don't even give them Jimmy John's? I'm out.
Cold cheese sandwiches.
And hot dogs.
Hamburger,
Loaded hot
and
dogs.
And hot dogs.
Also,
Peanut butter.
One of the packs of like the shaved beef, like the little packs.
Oh, like the
Oh, like
Carl,
the
the
little
Carl
pudding
Buddy's
ones?
pack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
just an MRE. Any thoughts from on the civic side and what the office can do?
I'm with Rachel on that. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to get people involved in the court side of it, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed, like putting like a weekly newsletter out. I mean, or, you know, like if something big came or something was decided on and letting the people know, or even designate one day, a certain couple hours a day for people to come in and talk if they have questions about anything. But I mean, kind of, a lot of that stuff's confidential.
Right, well, in the clerk's office, we're not attorneys. People want to ask us all the time, well, what should I find? We are not attorneys. We cannot advise you what to do. So we're like, there's free legal upstairs on Mondays. Or you can call an attorney, see if maybe they'll
Joke's on them,
answer your
courthouse is closed
question.
on Monday.
The Justice Center is open on Mondays.
Can't bring my phone in though, can I?
You cannot.
Life
bring
is
that in.
tough
That
around
is-
here.
That's not the clerk's rule. That's the commissioner's rule. That's a commissioner thing.
I can't keep notes on my phone on Free Legal Monday.
You can.
Probably.
You're special.
Immediate pass. All right, Mr. Bones, we put it off, Forrest wants to stop you.
I've got one question, and it is just a delay having to listen to Bones. But seriously, when I ran for public office, the most fascinating part of the process was the electioneering aspect of election day, standing outside the polls. So I want to hear, what are your plans for working the poll locations that day? And do you think it will benefit you in getting votes?
I think when people come to the polls, they know who they're voting for typically already. I plan on trying to go to each location. Maybe I can get my kids to help. Well, I know the oldest has a job, so, but no, maybe getting some volunteers to go and just,
I have people going each polling location. Well, I mean, not 12,
Yes,
but I have,
for a county seat, that's a tough one if you're trying to spread people across 12
Yeah.
sites.
Yeah.
I was running
and
For
when
school board,
everyone,
so
when
I can
everyone
target the
works,
Newcastle
too, they don't get
locations.
off work. you
I'll
know?
be at work that day, so.
Yeah, this is another spot where those high school kids can come in handy too.
Yes.
They can wear a t-shirt, get the day off school.
Yeah, get the free day out of school.
And go sit there in a lawn chair and freeze.
Get some donuts and a sandwich. They're good.
All right, Mr. Bones, this is your personality segment. Last week it went very well. We learned a lot about our potential future sheriffs. What do you got for our clerks?
Okay, who wants to go first?
It don't matter.
I'll go.
Let's go back to 1992. Who was our childhood crush?
1992, I was a freshman. That's probably one of my brother's friends.
Did you look up their ages to start with
Well,
this?
she said she graduated in 96.
Okay,
So
all right.
92 would have put her like freshman.
All right,
Yeah,
Junior high.
freshman.
okay.
That's probably one of my brother's friends.
I was really expecting some teeny Bob back.
I was going like, yeah, Kurt Cobain or
Well, I
something
mean,
like
Kurt
that.
Cobain did pop in my head first.
1992 Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
These aren't your crushes.
No, not.
No, I'm trying to help her out.
You're trying to help her out with vanilla ice.
I know.
I'm
You
just
almost
saying
said Kurt Cobain.
Time
I
period.
I don't think he was like a sex symbol at the
I
time.
didn't say that he was.
Maybe the Forest he was.
No.
I mean,
Just
I'm
a
being
helper.
truthful. It's probably one of my brother's
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
his friends.
Same question.
Did it have to be someone popular?
92.
Also one of her brother's friends.
10 years old, so probably any female. that
Well,
was-
not 19.
I love the honesty.
Anybody said hi.
Yeah, I mean,
Anybody that you mind?
10 years old.
Well,
yeah.
no, let's go with like 1995 for you. That puts you junior high-ish age, right?
Yeah. Again, I don't know anybody that said hi. You know.
There's no shame over here.
No.
Absolutely not.
I think when you got when you do this question for the commissioners, I think you're gonna have to make it their celebrity crush,
Okay.
and not otherwise they're gonna be like, well, it was Susan at Knightstown High School.
Right. Yeah, I would have to reword that question. Okay.
Spin the wheel again.
Yep. All right. What is your dream job if money and skill set was not a factor into it? Like, Jared really wants to open a puppy rescue in El Salvador, but he doesn't realize it doesn't pay very well.
My dream job would be something with the law enforcement, criminal justice. I mean,
FBI director.
yeah, I mean,
Party with the hockey team.
it would have to be something along those lines.
Okay.
I would probably be a genealogist.
Studying rocks, huh?
No. Not a geologist.
I love Jeannie.
Right.
Studying the rock.
I'm
Studying families in there.
the genealogist in the family. I'm the nerd or history teacher. Like,
Working in the clerk's office, digging out old files.
right, I do. I love it when there's something from the 1800s. I'm like,
If somebody's coming in looking for their marriage certificate for their great grandma, you were like, that made your day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So how many generations back have you gone on Ancestry?
Well, a lot, but then I'm like, well, I started when I was younger, and I'm like, I don't even know if those people are really my ancestors. I'm like, yeah, there's at least, yeah, that's my family. So without, there's a lot, but have I went through and been like, yes. As a matter of fact, this is my family. Probably about 3 generations. I get on there and then I get off of it, and sometimes we use my ancestry account if someone's looking for something and it's not in our county, we'll get on Ancestry and we're like, oh, well, because marriage licenses are on there sometimes. We're like, I think you need to call this county. Call them first before you go there and ask them. We'll give them a book and a page number. And
Very good.
Very good, yeah. So far, we're doing well. What's your last meal? I love this
last
question.
meal, my mom's lasagna.
Oh, did you frame that one up right?
Yeah.
I
Just
mean, I
what
guess-
you-
I'm
what would you
assuming
like?
if I'm
What would you
dying,
like
right?
last meal to be?
It's
Like,
kind of
that
like
could have been, yeah. What was your last meal you had?
No,
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's like
Gummy
it's
worms.
my death row meal.
Yeah.
It's my mom's lasagna.
Okay.
This is gonna sound funny, but I just made lasagna last night, and I'm gonna eat it again tonight whenever I get home.
So what's your last meal on earth?
My
to be?
last
Yeah,
meal?
yeah, your last meal. This is the
Oh,
last
no.
meal you get to have.
No, probably like 10-pound of crab legs. It'd be amazing.
We had some seafood last week, right?
Seafood.
Then we had
I
surf
like
and turf.
Yeah.
Surf
I
and
tell you,
turf
there's
and
a really good
Popeye's
place
chicken.
over in Castleton, it's called Umi's, so it's all you can eat buffet.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been there?
I've been by it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I go in there, me and my son go in there and we eat, it's $50 a person, but we get our money. We'd be sitting there 3 hours later.
Loading up a crab leg, just taking a
Still
few
cracking them
boil
crab
more, man,
legs.
boil more.
We run out of crab. All right. If you could trade one day, trade lives with somebody, dead or alive, who would it be?
I mean, I'm very happy with my life.
Well, okay, we understand everyone's happy with their life.
I mean, I don't know. That's a tough question because I really honestly don't know. I've never really thought about it.
Okay.
That is a tough question.
I mean, if you don't think about it, you don't really know.
Right. I don't know if it's anyone in specific, but maybe even somebody that came over on the Mayflower. Just, and I want to live to get here though.
Yeah.
It's just a day.
Just
yeah.
for the journey of it, because genealogist.
You want to land on Plymouth Rock.
Yeah, right there.
I do. I mean, I don't know that I'd really want to trade places with anyone, but I would have liked to have been able to see the Titanic whenever it sank.
Okay. So you like to be
You don't want to trade places with
No,
someone who's on the
no.
Titanic?
You'd rather be on the Carpathia.
I would like to have been able to see that.
just sit there on the dock and watch it leave?
Yeah.
Be on the other ship. There was another ship that was like 4 miles away that was annoyed with the Titanic and they turned the radio off. So they could have been that guy.
It's been chilling on the iceberg.
Just watching the lights disappear going, oh shoot.
Let's see, what's one more we can ask? This, I promise, this will be the last one.
Okay, ask a good one this time.
Okay. All right, dream vacation, money's no object.
Oh, I'm just traveling around the world, going everywhere.
No,
Okay.
no.
Sounds like a world cruise to me.
That's
Did
a
pick a person you want to trade with,
Okay,
and you gotta pick a
Normandy. I want to
spot.
go to Normandy.
The beach?
Yeah.
Okay,
Go see Omaha Beach.
so France,
Yes.
I actually have to.
that's fine.
That's fine because you refused to answer another question. So that's appropriate.
And it could be a really long vacation since money's.
Not an object.
And
We have Forrest Blank money.
I do
Play around
not
with.
exactly know how they pronounce this, but it's the Maldives, is it the Maldives?
Maldives.
Maldives.
There or Southern Africa? I'm like an African safari.
All right. You doing any hunting or you're just looking?
Just go on a photo
I think it'd
safari.
be so neat to see the wild animals run. I mean,
Something other than deer.
Yeah.
Hey man, they come over here and they are excited to look at our raccoons and our deer.
I know they are. But for us, we're like, oh,
Well, they're like
deer.
another damn gazelle, and they can see a white tail.
Honey, lion's eating the chickens again. Yeah, our life here just.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Bones.
Well,
You did a great job. Local news, road construction. This is a civic lesson here.
Zach's been waiting on this one.
Wow.
State Road 3 is a mess.
They gifted this one today. They gifted us a twist in this today.
State Road 3 construction is happening again. Good luck, everybody, making it through. Main Street wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be coming up and down today with folks bailing on State Road 3. This weekend is the Newcastle basketball regional. So on Saturday, you have 2 basketball games. I did a 1 o'clock game and a 3 o'clock game.
Yeah.
And it's like the 4A regional. So it's big time teams that are going to be traveling in.
4A and 3A.
3A, yeah. So 2 teams from Fort Wayne, a team from Delaware County, and then Carmel are coming into town. So a lot of people coming in, a lot of people leaving, and I think you probably may see 5,000 to 10,000 people showing up in Newcastle. Earlier this week, Newcastle Schools said, hey, NDOT is closing Trojan and State Road 3.
The first notification
On
came from
Thursday.
the Courier Times. It was like Monday or Tuesday. They said, hey, this is coming. School made an announcement yesterday. They said, hey, because everybody said Thursday, yeah. From Thursday to like,
It's Thursday to Thursday, I think.
yeah, that you will not be able to get Trojan 3, Trojan Lane and 3 will not be passable. Do not try to go to the school that way. And then,
So there were maps made. The school was doing a great job of communicating everything out. This morning, NDOT, East Central Indiana, put out a little map. And I didn't read the map because I had already known the news because the school had put a post out, got shared by, 75 people immediately, trying to get the word out. And I said, hey guys, did you check the basketball schedule? Because closing this intersection in Newcastle on regionals weekend, this is like a religion for these people, and it's the biggest gym on earth. And they replied and said, the school is,
we're hoping to have it done before the semi-state.
yeah, they're saying that the regionals will occur before the closure, and our goal is to have it opened up by semi-state the following weekend.
So you read the fine print and they say on or after Monday.
Yeah.
The intersection will be closed.
So they say that it's open through the weekend. The school's been saying it's closed through Thursday. So theoretically, this won't host people. But they caused a panic in the disco, and I think they tried to gaslight us
Yes, I agree.
into saying that this never was a thing.
Yeah, because I immediately, I'm a coach, so I'm not for basketball, but I get a lot of emails, and so I had gotten the emails about with the road closure with the map. So I immediately tagged the local SRO in that post and said, hey, take a look at this. This doesn't agree with the timeline you were given. And then I also I sent the post to Travis White, editor of the Courier, because they posted about this. I was like, hey, this doesn't seem to agree. And he's like, you're correct. Everybody's mad. Because apparently they told the city, they told everybody, they told them it's going to be Thursday. And I think enough people said, hey, this is going to be a problem that maybe you should wait till after the weekend to get this done. And I think they did it, but then they just didn't tell anybody they were going to do it. And they just made their own announcement. But it is if you look at it's in the tiniest little print on their map of what's affected. And so, yeah, because I'm like, there's a group I got invited to on Facebook, Indiana high school basketball. They were talking about it all week about, hey, if you're going to Newcastle, you need to know to turn here, and not try to come down 3 because you will not be able to get there. And for people not familiar with Newcastle, which most people are, this is a 4-lane divided road that feeds into the field house because getting that facility emptied out or filled up might not be as big of a deal, but emptied out and not using that road will put a lot of stress on
The switch between the two games is going to be a cluster,
Oh,
Yeah.
right? You're going to have 8,000 people that are leaving a game and 8,000 people that are trying to come into a game. State Road 3 already is down from 4 lanes to 2 lanes, right? You got 1 lane north, 1 lane south.
And it's wildly confusing to get in and out of some of the intersections if you're not familiar with what's going on.
And then you potentially got that intersection closed. It's going to be, Saturday's gonna be a lot of fun. I will be hanging out with Newcastle on tap and oblivious to all of it and a little buzz. I've got a sober driver, so I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be my problem, but Godspeed. If you are going to a game at Fieldhouse and you live here, enter from the east. Just don't do anything west or south of it.
Probably just park at the pool and walk over.
just walk on in. So there's your fair warning on that. Now we're all going to suffer through the construction. A year from now, it's going to be done. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be redone, and you're going to have nice asphalt, and we're all going to be
I
better.
think, is it supposed to be done November?
Substantial completion. This is how that works. It'll be substantial completion by this fall, but then your final striping and paving and everything else will probably be done in the spring.
So it means everybody gets a gripe for another year about the paving not being level with the.
And that came up at the city council
With the
meeting.
drainage.
Yeah, they came up at a city council meeting, and it was said that layer of asphalt should be down by the end of the year.
It's all a matter of how much work they get done and if they beat when the asphalt plant is closed, because you can't make asphalt when it gets too cold outside. Usually you can pave in November. I'm a road construction guy, I know that. It may be into December.
It doesn't get that cold here consistently sometimes until January. It's not unusual for Christmas to be 60 degrees.
Just depends.
But NDOT is doing a great job with ruining our town.
It'll be better.
I think they did.
It's gonna
Your
be better.
entire drive.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I think that they did do something. And I'm not sure, somebody would have to vouch because I bailed very early. I think that they initially blocked off, and they did this with the first phase, where they shut down the lanes, the outside lanes of 3, right before the most logical place for people to bypass the construction. So with the first phase, it was Bundy Avenue, which veers off. They shut down the lane, so everybody had to move over, and all the people that were willing to turn on Bundy to just get off they had to wait and all pinched out. Well, I think they did the same thing on Monday at 300, which is, for people who don't know, I call Walmart roads. They pinched everybody down, and then you could turn right on 300. And I commented, I wonder if some other people did, like, you should at least have there be a turn lane for 300 because a lot of people will bail.
That's a huge option.
It's a huge-
There's a lane.
And now there
I
is.
was
Oh,
gonna say
Tuesday
there
there was.
Yeah,
I don't know if there was
right.
Monday, because Monday it was backed up to
Yeah.
Steak and Shake, and I didn't see the turn lane. So I'm not sure if they added it, but if they didn't, whatever, thank you, because that was smarter than they've been doing. But yeah, we'll get through it. But
Mr. Bones, Daniel Jones is back with the Indianapolis Colts, making all
Yes.
kinds of money. Your football season is saved.
Him and Alex Pierce are back together.
Michael Pittman is gone. He's gonna be a Pittsburgh Steeler now.
Zaire Franklin's gone.
We never figure out what we got for Pittman.
2 ham sandwiches and an election.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go and hurry.
They don't have to pay for him anymore. They got rid of his contract is what they got.
Well,
So I think
they
for
had
Zaire Franklin.
They had to get rid of the contract so they could pay Pierce and Jones. What is it, $80 million they're paying this year?
Not my money. Yeah, whatever.
What kind of is your money?
Only if I eat in Hancock County.
Aren't you a season ticket holder?
Not me personally.
Oh, okay.
Corporate money.
he eats his Valentine's Day meal every year in Hancock County.
No, we went to Delaware County this year.
Oh,
We went to Funcy. We're having a ball. This is what you get here, guys. Come back every week. IndyCar update. I'll be back in September finally. Yeah. I got to start practicing. Phoenix was this last weekend. Forrest, how did your fantasy IndyCar team do?
Rough.
Not good?
No,
Not winning anymore?
I wasn't winning before, but I'm much closer to Bones now than I was before. I think I dropped 20 spots or so.
Jesus. Did you watch the race again this weekend?
Did you set a lineup?
Yes.
All right. They've got a race again this weekend in Arlington, Texas.
Going around the football field.
Around the Dallas Cowboys Stadium and
Jerry World.
what is it, the Texas Rangers field as well in Arlington?
Is that
The
the
ballpark? Yeah, I think
Oh,
so. It's both of those stadiums. It's not Houston Astros because that'd be a different city. It's got to be the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. I didn't know they're stadium is right there by Jerry's World.
Yeah, they're like Kansas City, where both stadiums there are sharing a parking lot,
Okay, kind of like Cincinnati.
almost.
Jerry probably calls it the outhouse.
Oh, guarantee it.
There you go. Zach, did you enjoy your IndyCar weekend on the TV?
Here's my funny thing. I'm in 2 different leagues on that app, and I didn't have the same lineup on both leagues. So I tanked the Boss Hog League. I went from 10th to 23rd. In Hinch's league, I went from like 900 and something to 200 and something. And it's because the Boss Hog League, I had Romaine Grosjeans, who didn't even start the race. I don't know what he did. He never got on the track. And so, yeah, I did okay for some of them. I did real well on the Hinch Company. But it was a good race. It was funny. And I knew something fun was coming up when they put Clint Boyer in the 2-seater. Nothing is more funny than putting a professional race car driver in the passenger seat of another race car driver driving. They hate it. And I knew it was going to be entertaining. So it was a good race.
It's fantastic. All right, final thoughts. We thank everybody for being here. Mr. Bones, we go in clockwise order. You got to hang out with me on Friday night.
I did.
We hung out at the Rushville Elks. I came down to Rush County.
Jeremiah, I'm so sorry.
No, I get a blast.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thursday night and Friday night?
Yeah.
What'd you do to deserve that?
I had a steak dinner.
Yeah.
It was a different experience checking out at your Elks Club. You have to go to the counter and tell them what you ordered because they don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's Rush County.
No, you just have to go up there to pay because they will.
They don't want to. If they bring you the ticket, they think you'll leave and stop ordering stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I enjoyed that. You got anything for me? Anything to remember?
I have nothing right now.
All right. You had a big bourbon thing last
I
night.
had a bourbon thing last night.
Did it go well?
It did go well.
How many bottles did you walk out with?
I walked out with none yet. I have yet to go pick them up, but it was a full house last night. So
You secured some.
yes,
All right. Very good. And maybe we'll see you on Monday night.
maybe,
Possibly.
possibly.
All right. Rachel, how'd this go?
It was good.
All right. Had a good time?
I did.
All right. You're looking for campaign volunteers, donors. These signs aren't free. How do
Yes.
people get involved? How do they do stuff with the campaign?
They can follow me on Facebook, Rachel Parham for Henry County Clerk. I have an email there too that they can email. They can look me up on my personal Facebook, Rachel Parham.
All right. Zach, final thoughts?
Can we talk about the weather for a second?
Yeah, this is your segment, sir.
It's been the most insane couple of weeks of roller coaster weather. Yesterday when I got up in the morning, it was 71 degrees at 6 a.m. And then had practice. And at the beginning of practice, kids are complaining like, it's cold. I'm like, it's not cold, it's 61 degrees. And when we finished our 30-minute run, it was 44. It dropped 17 degrees in 30 minutes. And this morning I got up and it was below freezing after having rained a lot yesterday. So the potholes are huge and they're getting bigger. And then we're going to get back up to like 70, I think, or close to 70 this weekend, and then below freezing for a high temperature on Tuesday. So we are just in the middle of this asphalt destroying weather where it rains and then drops and then warms up and then rains and drops. It's hard to keep up.
There was a pothole that claimed both right side tires of my mother-in-law's car at the exit of 70 at 3, 2 nights ago. I reported it to our state
Not the
representative.
new vehicle.
No, literally the night they were buying a new vehicle, the trade-in vehicle got,
Did the wheels survive?
I haven't received an official update. I know it had to be towed off the road.
Did-
Two flat tires is unsurvivable.
Well aware of the pothole. It's a monster.
I want to know if anybody did anything about it today. Because it went up to a state representative and then to the NDOT East Central District. So I'm just wondering.
They did something, but this whole, he told me about, my mother-in-law, I was like, I know exactly what pothole you're talking about.
I saw it for myself driving home last night, and I said, "Oh, that's it."
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's probably 12 to 18 inches
It's
in
the size of
diameter.
Raysville.
And yes. And you can't see the bottom of it while driving by. It looks like it's probably 4 to 6 inches deep at least. They kind of filled it in, but they probably thought, well, this will be plenty of asphalt. They put like a bucket full, and it's not enough. There's still like 1.5 inches or so lit on this pothole. They did not fill it up flush. because I bet they do. I bet they sent a truck out because it was later in the day and like, oh, just get this done so this guy doesn't ask about it anymore. And it's still not full yet. But yeah, if you're driving on 70 and you're getting ready to go from Newcastle, stay off the white line until it's time to exit because there's a couple of nasty chuck holes there.
You feel better now?
Yeah, a little bit.
There's several of them out on South Main too, between Riley Road, 300.
Oh yeah, it's starting to fall
They're
apart.
very large.
Well, because all the extra traffic that they're
Yeah,
getting
the
now
traffic's
too,
coming
yeah.
through, yeah.
All right. BJ, anything we need to know? Any final thoughts?
Nope. Same as Rachel, I got a Facebook page. People can hit me up on there. I just appreciate everybody's support.
All right. Very good. Mr. Forrest, thanks for being here.
Yeah, fun as always.
Yeah. We try to do our best with these candidates shows.
Yeah. I've sat in those seats. I was the nervous one sitting over there, pushed far off because I think my first time on, I was with 3 or 4 other candidates.
Oh.
So it was brutal. It was a very full table, scared to death. And several years later, here I am just making it a thing.
He's kind of like a really
Find a
bad
motor home and
penny.
everything, look at you.
Really bad penny we can't get rid of. Just keep showing up.
Major thanks once again to the sponsors that are covering the candidate series for us this year. Go like their Facebook pages, go support their businesses, tell them thank you, go have a dinner down there. Ink and Ale, Wyland's Flowers, Muncie Farm and Fleet Repair. Some of those folks have been with us for many, many years. Muncie Farm and Fleet Repair is new. We're excited to have them. Thank you both for running for office. Because you're both running and we have a contested primary, we have an opportunity to learn about the office and hear what you do. And because you both accepted our invitation to show up, we can actually have a conversation and create visibility into what the county gets. I had no idea that many people worked at the clerk's office. I figured it was 3 or 4 people. I had no clue that 13 people worked there. So that's great information, and I know that there's a lot going on down there right now as you're getting ready for the primary season. About another month or so to get registered to vote, I think, for people.
April 6th.
So-
They start mailing absentee ballots next Friday, I believe.
All right, very good. And then you get about a month to return your absentee ballot, I think, too, right?
It's a good time to hop online, check the voter registration status.
Make sure you didn't get purged by Diego and the crew down in Indianapolis, right?
And if you're 17 and gonna be 18 by November, you can register to them now.
Yep, that's right. It's your little window of getting to vote as a youth. All right.
Well, Rachel and I don't know in May. One of us get put out in May.
Yeah. Well, one
I
of
only
you.
have one winner.
Yeah. One of you will move on and be there in the fall, and then
Right.
whether or not there's a contested election, I think the other parties have the opportunity to add somebody until darn near July 1st.
Yeah, I think it's July.
Sheriff's race, however, I hope we get it weeded out before November.
Well, we're gonna have a sheriff's race in November. You got Democrats and Republicans, so that one's gonna be contested all the way through.
That's a full race.
That's prosecutors also
All Republican?
crack full.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Thank you guys so much. Next week, we're moving things around a little bit. Not a candidate episode next week, but we will be here on Monday night because Thursday, if you join the Patreon, we overserve you, or we super serve you, not overserve you, we super serve you. I'm officiating a wedding next weekend for one of our patrons, and the rehearsal is on Thursday. So we're bumping the show. We're moving to Monday.
Getting a ham sandwich.
And hopefully they give me a ham sandwich at the rehearsal dinner. See you next Monday.
He's not working.
Did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll science it out.
Yeah.
So listening with the headphones, every time you move that mic,
Oh my God.
all your
Oh.